All right, I've just finished my first beat. And you beat makers out there, I'm ready to throw down. That's right, this middle-aged rocker has caught you sleeping. I got a beat, and it goes something like this.
Oh my back.
Hey there, I'm Dan, the self-proclaimed lonely rocker. Welcome to this episode of The Journal. This is the place where I rant or enlighten on topics related to the creation of music. Well, this is going to be a different kind of episode, not typically what I do in this series here. It's kind of a blend of a rant, or at least that's where it started, and it turns into a bit of enlightenment. The rant is I'm kind of old school when it comes to making music. I just think you need to know how to play an instrument. That's just how it was back in the day. I wanted to be a guitar player, so I practiced until I was able to actually do something. In the digital age, there's a lot of software and tools out there that allows people who don't know how to play an instrument create music. Now listen, if you're doing it for fun, I got no beef. But if you want to call yourself a professional, I just don't believe in shortcuts. That being said, I've never made a beat before. I didn't even know what it meant to make a beat. So I've been doing a little research and I decided I was going to try and make a beat. I figure I can't criticize unless I've tried it for myself. Now I've set some very specific rules for myself and we'll find out what those are in a second. Can I make a beat? Will I make a fool of myself? Well, time will tell. Okay. Let's get this going. All right, so we're going to get started on this beat. So I've got kind of an idea in my head what I want to do, and I've sort of sketched out a couple of different sounds that I think I'm going to need. The actual drum pattern itself, which obviously is going to be the thread for all of this. So I've picked some sounds that I like. And I've got this really kind of dirty bass sound that I think is really cool, so I'm going to make sure I get that in there. And then one thing I actually noticed with a lot of these loops is there's sort of this high ringing repetitive thing on top. I often hear that, so I went and found something for that. So I figured that's going to be like half the beat, and then once I have sort of a structure together, I'm going to see what I can put on top. Obviously that drum pattern is going to be consistent throughout the whole thing. And then just kind of as my style, I'm just going to change what happens on the top, just do a little build up, maybe a little breakdown or drop, whatever that's called. Again, we'll see what happens and just have some fun. We're going to go up on the GoPro for this. Going to keep it nice and raw, and the sounds will be coming off the camera because I want to save the final beat for the end of the video, but there'll be enough there that you can follow along and see what I'm doing. One other little thing. It's a good thing I don't throw anything away. I've got my first keyboard controller, this little thing. Replace it with that Icon controller up there, but because I got to hammer out some beats, figured this could sit here. It's got some pads on it, so we'll get this thing hooked up. And I'm going to be using this old friend again. Anyways, everything's together. Let's see what I come up with. Kind of sounds like Tom Sawyer. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, I think I'm just going to try and play the kick and the snare drum. All right, we need some just kind of like little fills or just something just to tie the sections together. Let's see what we can do. boring. Okay, I gotta bring a little something to it. Let's put a little delay on it. Let's check it out. That's a little better. Cool. I'm going to start putting some effecty things, just sort of create some atmosphere, just some interesting effects. Time to bring out the big guns. You didn't think I was going to do it now, did you? Not that kind of tune, I guess. Oh, I got an idea. All right, now I'll reverse it. If I throw some delay or something on it, let's see. Yeah, this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be cool. All right. Yes. That's hot. All right, we got this. All right, I think what this needs is a little bit of scratching, but I don't scratch, but I got an idea. Try a little tremolo, and I'll throw a little delay on there, or definitely some reverb. I guess it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. All right, I think I've got enough in there now. I can take it to mix, and we'll see what I come up with. Will it be? Not likely, but through the magic of editing, you can be the judge of that right now. Well, there you have my beat. What do you think? Well, I have to say that was a lot of fun. And the whole point of this exercise really was for me just to open my eyes and just to try something differently. I mean, that's what music is all about. Now, what I will say, and I've made jokes and references to MIDI packs and sample packs, that my concern is for anyone who wants to be a professional, if you just take the shortcuts and go right to making music with bits and pieces that were created by other people. You have to understand that you're going to be competing with thousands and thousands of other musicians and producers who are sourcing from the exact same toolbox. I don't care if you're in country music and rock music. Listen, pop and EDM, some of the greatest producers are amazing musicians. I mean, just look at the top of the charts, and I've checked out interviews for some of them, and some of them are really, truly amazing, and they just love digital music. I don't think it's genre specific. I think there's people that are going to take shortcuts, and people are going to take the time to hone their craft. I mean, if you want to be a musician, I think you got to be a musician. It's the best part. I spent years learning how to play guitar and practicing, and it's just so fulfilling when you hit certain milestones, and it's just part of growing up. And that's all I'm going to say about it. But in terms of the genre, this was very different from anything I've ever tried. I don't know if it's worthy of anything. I don't know if any of you out there want to give it a try and something. Just hit me up at lonelyrocker.com. Perhaps just leave me a comment. Or if you want to make fun of me, well, that's fair too. I've never done this before. It's my first time, so I'll take my lumps if I have to. That's just part of the game. Well, if you're new to the channel, I hope I've earned a subscribe. I've got a ton of content on this channel, a lot of it revolving around this home studio, geared to the home studio enthusiast, the home recording musician, and people who just love making music. So perhaps you'll hit that subscribe button, come along for the ride. If you really want to support this channel, I am on Patreon. Links to everything I've discussed and some things I haven't are in the description below. And above all else, I hope I'll see you again in another video.